The threat of losing federal money was key in today's decision to put low-income housing in Green Township.
The ruling came in a split vote from the Cincinnati Metropolitan Housing Authority. 9 News reporter Tom McKee is here now with the money factor and the reaction to it. Tom.
Well, Clyde, the CMHA board approved this voluntary compliance agreement to add 68 affordable housing units to Green Township. There's 32 of them are going to be public housing, the rest mixed use or for senior citizens. But federal officials had threatened to withhold money for the agency if the vote was not taken today. The CMHA board's decision was controversial. The pressure from federal housing officials was undeniable.
HUD also has authority to terminate our annual contributions contract, which means they have the authority to cut off our funding, which has a direct impact on our residents.
That's about $100 million at stake.
You have to say, okay, there are some pros and cons to this. Who will this have an adverse effect on? The agency and all the residents. I mean, we have 16,000 families that would have been adversely affected, and that's unacceptable.
Green Township leaders say the figure of 68 units remains too high, and they plan to fight hard to get it reduced.
Residents are calling. They all want us to fight. There are actually residents who are already talking about where can we give money to help for the legal defense of this because they want to fight it.
One of the no votes came from Price Hill businessman and civic activist Pete Whitty, who says public housing has hurt his community.
I think that unfortunately that low-income families are being used as pawns in some way in this game, and I think that's totally inappropriate. I think it's morally reprehensible.
Former CMHA Chairman Arnie Barnett was the focus of the discrimination finding, and he thinks HUD is being too heavy-handed.
I've worked with those people. I've worked with them, and believe me, they are nothing, in my opinion, they are as close to Nazis as you're going to get.
However, civil rights attorney Robert Newman, who launched the legal battle against Barnett and CMHA, says the agreement is a good move.
There are going to be problems because there are people who are screaming Nazis and screaming that this kind of housing is cancerous, and it's just nonsense, and it just doesn't help us get on with the business of our lives and the business of providing housing.
Now, Clyde, the CMHA board still has to come up with a more detailed plan for Green Township by next March, but that could lead to a further reduction in those public housing unit numbers.